So a trapezoid it has four sides that are connected, and it only has one set of parallel lines. It can have right angles. It doesn't always have right angles. This one doesn't have any right angles. So the area, the formula is actually 1/2 of base 1 plus base 2 times the height. And we can say that this is base 1, and then we can say this is base 2. One way that we can look at it too is that you can see that there is let's do it in red so we can see it. This one happens to be a square, but there's a rectangle in the middle, a small rectangle. And then there's also this phantom kind of rectangle that you can make by doubling the triangles, like we talked about before. Right? And you're missing half of it in between, so it's actually, you can say that it's the average. Remember we just talked about average, or the mean? The average between the small rectangle and the big rectangle. So the big rectangle would be base 1 times height, and the small rectangle would be base 2 times height, and the average is, we would divide it by 2. These two are actually the exact same, because by the distributive property you can take out the h factor in both. So base 1 times height plus base 2 times height is also equal to the height times base 1 plus base 2. You just take this one out of both. It would be like 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4 would be equal to 2 times 3 plus 4. Distributive property. And then you just put it over 2, which is the same as this. You can factor the half. You could take 1/2 times h times b1 plus b2, which is the same. However you want to remember it. You can also find the area of this square, the area of this triangle, and the area of this triangle. You'll still come up with the same. So let's do them all, and I'll show you what we come up with the same. So 1/2 of 8 plus 4 times 4 is equal to 1/2 of 12 times 4. 12 times 4 is 48, and 1/2 of that is 24. So that one comes out to 24. If we do this one, base 1 times height, let's do it in green. So it's 8 times 4 plus 4 times 4 over 2. So this is 32 plus 16 over 2. 32 plus 16 is 48, divided by 2 is also 24. So that comes out the same. And if we do this one, 4 times 4 is 16, so the area of the square is 16. And this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 4 times 3, which is 12, divided in half is 6. And this is 1. 4 times 1 is 4, divided in half is 2. So we get 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So all of those are good ways to figure out a trapezoid. If you want to figure out by finding the breaking it down into rectangles and triangles, you can. Or if you can remember the formula, that's awesome too.